As most of you out there are probably already aware, we are now a few months into 2017. And during my live chat last night, I got a question that I thought was very appropriate now that 2016 is behind us. In this email, the viewer said, now that we've seen the new products for 2017, it's too early to say which ones are the really good ones and which ones are going to be the really bad ones, but it's a perfect time to say, what did you think was the best of 2016 or the worst of 2016? Now, before I go any further, every time I say a viewer asked me a question, there's always some people out there that go, no one asked you that. Why would they ask you that? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because I get hundreds of questions a day, if not thousands of questions a day, because I get 100,000+ views a day on my videos. I'm sorry if that threatens you or makes you feel insecure, but go ahead and start your own channel. People will ask you questions. And plus, if I was going to come up with a topic for a video, why wouldn't I just lie and take credit for it myself? Like, I came up with this good idea. Why would I say someone else asked me this and I didn't even bother to come up with an idea for a video? So that doesn't even make sense anyway. But like I was saying, this viewer asked me this question. They asked me, what do I think was the best and the worst of 2016 as far as new guns were concerned? And I thought I would take a moment today to answer that question. Well, when it comes to what I thought was the best of 2016, well, I would love to have said it was the SIG P210 being made in America now and reintroduced to the market. But that never actually happened, so can't really say that. So that made it a lot easier to narrow it down to one or two things that I thought were the best. Like, I really liked the Magnum Research L5 pistol, the lightweight Desert Eagle that came out. But, that didn't have a big enough impact on the market to be like, I think, the best of 2016. So I decided what I thought was the best of 2016. Now, I'm going to have to give an honorable mention to one gun first because it kind of falls in the same category as what I thought was the best. And that's going to be the Glock 19 and Glock 17 MOS, because they took what is probably one of the most common carry guns around, the Glock 19, and made it accessible to people who want to get a reflex red dot sight, made it already set to go. Up until recently, this was something you had to go to a lot of effort to get done to your slides if you wanted to put a red dot sight on your slide. But they made it to where you can just do it with the gun you bought straight from the factory, had the plates, the cutout already. So this really introduced a lot of new shooters to reflex red dots. And I think reflex red dots are one of the best things to actually come along in handguns in a long time. But since they didn't include one, they just made it easier. I'm not going to give them the best. What I'm going to give the best award to is, no surprise to anyone out there, the Sig Sauer P320RX, the full size and the compact, or as I like to call it, the Pig 320, because I never can say it right. They not only made the guns ready for a red dot, but they shipped them with a quality red dot on it for just a few bucks more than the Glock MOS comes without it. What they cost without the red dot sight. By the time you put everything on a Glock to make it equal to the SIG P320 with the red dot, you've spent a lot more on the Glock. So I'm going to say the best thing to come out of 2016 is the SIG P320RX. It took what is a great handgun, a great striker-fired handgun in its own right, and introduced a lot of people to what I think is one of the best new developments in handgun sight technology, the reflex red dot sights that are now small enough and sturdy enough to stand up to everyday carry use. So like I said, the best for 2016 was the SIG P320RX series. Now for the worst of 2016. Well, for the worst of 2016, it's kind of hard, because there were a lot of crappy guns. If you went to SHOT Show, you saw a lot of things that you were like, eek, why did anybody ever make that? Like that Heiser gun and, just a bunch of other stuff that you look at it and you're like, that's either just garbage or, hey, that's potentially dangerous. But, there was one thing that really stood out in my mind last year of being something that I was so excited about. And then when I actually saw it, I was like, what the F? Not like I haven't said fuck on this channel before, but I'm trying to clean up my act a little bit here. And it's, a big disappointment to me. And what it was, and this is not going to surprise, what it was, this isn't going to surprise a lot of people because I think a lot of people were disappointed by the same thing. I'm not saying that the product is horrible. The product is okay. It's just that the way they built it up and then what they delivered just didn't, do it for me. Not only did it not do it for me, it was like probably my biggest downer of 2016 handgun related. And now that I've explained the daylights out of it, what I think the worst of 2016 was the promotional campaign for the Springfield Armory Saint. They pumped this up like it was something new and revolutionary in firearm self-defense technology. It was a whole new, lifestyle. They were like, this is the biggest thing to ever happen in guns, pretty much. They even had a big countdown timer and talking about how, it's for the modern person and it's a new way of thinking about self-defense and it's going to revolutionize the self-defense industry. And then, like I said, they had the big countdown clock and it was like 3, 2, 1. Hey, here's another AR, just like every other AR you can buy out there or build yourself. No difference, except that we just stamped Springfield Armory on it. A stamp that we just bought years ago anyway, that we don't really have any ties to. So that was the biggest disappointment of 2016. I think someone really oversold that product. I don't know who came up with that promotional idea, but I think it backfired. I think it pissed off more people than it enticed. So to me, that was the worst thing gun-related of 2016. So there you have it. There is my best and worst of 2016. What's your best and worst of 2016? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of my choices in the comment section below. And in the future, we'll look forward to seeing what's the best of 2017 and the worst of 2017. But for now, let's deal with last year.